Top 10 healthy foods that are high in vitamin D. Vitamin D is a nutrient we consume as well as a hormone our body makes. It ensures that nutritional components like calcium, magnesium, and phosphate are absorbed within the intestine. But many people suffer from vitamin D deficiency. That causes the healthy bones to become weak and prone to fracture. So what to do to make up for the deficiency? What type of foods are healthy and rich in vitamin D? Don't worry, we got you covered. Hey everybody, welcome to Boost Healthy, the video channel to live healthier and better. Here are our top 10 foods that are rich in vitamin D. Number 1, salmon. Salmon is a popular fatty fish with a high vitamin D content. According to the United States Department of Agriculture's Food Composition Database, one 3.5-ounce 100-gram meal of farmed Atlantic salmon contains 526 IU of vitamin D, or 66% of the daily value. The vitamin D concentration of salmon can vary greatly depending on whether it is wild or farmed. Wild-caught salmon have higher vitamin D on average. The amount of vitamin D in salmon varies depending on where it is caught and when it is caught. According to one study, the vitamin D content of Baltic Sea salmon ranged from 556 to 924 IU per 3.5-ounce 100-gram serving, delivering 70 to 111% of the DV. According to the National Institutes of Health, fish provide two essential omega-3 fatty acids, eicosapentaenoic acid and docosahexaenoic acid, which must be obtained through food. Omega-3 fatty acids support the immunological, respiratory, endocrine, and cardiovascular systems. Number 2, cod liver oil. Cod liver oil has been used as a prophylactic therapy against vitamin D insufficiency, often known as rickets for millennia. Northern Europeans have traditionally used cod liver oil as vitamin D supplement during the winter months when sunshine is less. Vitamin A found in cod liver oil is essential for immune system function, cellular growth, eye health, and reproduction. It's also high in omega-3 fatty acids, which help prevent blood clots and reduce inflammation. Cod liver oil's significant vitamin D level sets it apart from other fish oils even further. According to scientists, over 1 billion individuals worldwide are vitamin D deficient or insufficient. The oil is extracted from the livers of Atlantic cods and then is filtered to make them pure. Northern countries like Norway and Iceland are the primary producers of cod liver oil supplements, although it can be found in most supermarkets and health food stores. Number 3, mushrooms. Mushrooms are the sole non-animal source of vitamin D other than fortified foods. When exposed to UV radiation, mushrooms, like humans, may manufacture vitamin D. Mushrooms, on the other hand, create vitamin D2, whereas animals produce vitamin D3. Although vitamin D2 can enhance vitamin D levels in the blood, it is not as efficient as vitamin D3. Because of their exposure to UV light, some wild mushrooms are great providers of vitamin D2. Morels are a species of fungus that can be found in nature. 1 cup of these mushrooms provides 136 IU of vitamin D, or 17% of the daily value. Many commercially grown mushrooms are dark-grown and contain relatively little D2. Some mushrooms are exposed to ultraviolet light to increase their vitamin D concentration. 1 cup of UV-exposed cremini mushrooms includes 1,110 IU of vitamin D, or 139% of the daily value. Number 4, herrings and sardines. Herring is a fish that is consumed all over the world. It's typically smoked or pickled. Vitamin D is also abundant in this little fish. Fresh Atlantic herring has 214 IU per 3.5-ounce 100-gram serving, or 27% of the daily value. If fresh fish isn't your thing, pickled herring provides 113 IU per 3.5 100-gram meal, or 14% of the daily value for vitamin D. Pickled herring has high salt content with 870 milligrams per dish. If you're attempting to cut back on salt, it might not be the best choice. Sardines in cans are also a good source of vitamin D. A 3.5-ounce 100-gram serving has 193 IU, or 24% of the daily value. Other fatty fish are also rich sources of vitamin D. Per 3.5-ounce 100-gram serving, halibut and mackerel give 190 and 643 IU respectively. So both herring and sardines are jam-packed with vitamin D, but you have to check if you're allergic to it or not. Fish allergies include hives or a rash on the skin. Nausea, stomach cramps, indigestion, vomiting, and/or diarrhea are all possible symptoms. Sneezing and/or stuffy or runny nose. Number 5. Egg yolk. Vitamin D is not exclusively found in fish. Whole eggs are another excellent source, as well as nutrient-dense food. The white of an egg contains most of the protein, whereas the yolk contains most of the fat, vitamins, and minerals. One large egg yolk contains 37 IU of vitamin D, or 5% of the daily value. Several factors influence the vitamin D content in egg yolks. The amount of vitamin D in the egg is increased by exposing the chicken to the sun, increasing the vitamin D content of the chicken feed, and exposing the liquid yolk to UV radiation. When fed the same diet, pasture-raised hens, allowed to be free outside in the sunshine, produce eggs 3 to 4 times richer in protein. Furthermore, eggs from the chicken-fed vitamin D fortified diet can contain up to 34,815 IU of vitamin D per 100 grams of yolk. So if one yolk weighs roughly 17 grams, a single egg will provide about 2.5 times the daily value of vitamin D. Choosing eggs from outside raised chickens or those labeled as high in vitamin D can help you reach your daily requirements. Number 6. Canned tuna. Many individuals choose canned tuna because of its flavor and convenience of storing. It is usually less expensive than purchasing fresh fish. A 3.5-ounce 100-gram portion of canned light tuna contains up to 269 IU of vitamin D, 34% of the daily value. Mercury is a heavy metal that can be found in various fish. Mercury levels are higher in larger fish than in smaller species. The amount of mercury in canned tuna varies according to the variety. The mercury content of light canned tuna is lower because it comes from smaller fish. The mercury content in white canned tuna is greater. Methylmercury can accumulate in your body over time. It can cause significant health problems in some circumstances. Only one 3.5-ounce 100-gram serving of light tuna per week is recommended by the Environmental Defense Fund, EDF. If you're worried about mercury poisoning, talk to your doctor about the correct quantity of tuna to eat each week. Number 7. Fortified foods. Natural vitamin D sources are scarce, especially if you're a vegetarian or don't eat fish. Fortunately, some dietary products that lack vitamin D naturally are fortified with this substance. Cow's milk is a natural source of calcium, phosphorus, riboflavin, and other minerals. Cow's milk is supplemented with vitamin D in numerous countries. 1 cup of fortified cow's milk in the United States contains 115 IU of vitamin D per cup, 237 milliliters, or roughly 15% of the daily value. Vitamin D and other minerals contained in cow's milk are sometimes added to plant-based milk replacements like soy milk. Depending on the brand, the amount may differ. 100 to 119 IU of vitamin D, or 13 to 15% of the daily value, are found in 1 cup, 237 milliliters. Number 8. Beef liver. Beef liver is a high-protein, low-carb superfood that is nutrition-dense. It's so packed with nutrients that it's often referred to as nature's multivitamin. The vitamin D content of a cooked 2.5-ounce serving of beef liver is 36 IU. Although it has fewer calories than other meats like sirloin steak, it is high cholesterol. Meat products which contain all the essential amino acids are also good sources of complete protein. The protein level of the liver is the highest of any organ meat. As a result, including beef liver in a well-balanced diet can provide numerous health benefits, including support for the immune system, nervous system, growth development, and reproductive health. The recommended amount of liver consumption per week is between 100 and 250 G-trusted sources, depending on age and gender. Number 9. Fortified orange juice. Lactose intolerance affects 65% of the world's population, while milk allergies affect 2%. As a result, several businesses add vitamin D and other nutrients such as calcium to orange juice. With 1 cup, 237 milliliters of fortified orange juice for breakfast, you can get up to 100 IU of vitamin D, or 12% of the daily value. Orange juice, on the other hand, isn't for everyone. Acid reflux sufferers may notice an increase in symptoms. If you have diabetes, you may find that drinking juice increases your blood sugar. However, it's a terrific solution if you're seeking to address a low blood sugar level. Number 10. Cereals and oatmeal. Cereals are another food that can be vitamin D supplemented. 1 cup of fortified wheat bran flakes provides 145 IU of vitamin D, or 18% of the daily value. 1 cup of fortified crisp rice cereal contains 85 IU of vitamin D, or 11% of the daily recommended amount. It's important to remember that not all cereals contain vitamin D. To find out how much vitamin D is in a product, look at the nutrition label. Even though fortified cereals and oatmeal have less vitamin D than many natural sources, they can nevertheless help you get enough. That's all from today's video. Hope you enjoyed it. Let us know what you think about our top 10 list in the comment section below. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss more interesting health videos and much more. Check out this playlist of latest uploads, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.